Pakistan's Prime Minister says his government will show zero tolerance towards anyone inciting violent protests in the future. That warning from Shehbaz Sharif comes a day after supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan called off protests fearing further bloodshed in the capital. Violent clashes broke out between security forces and protesters, with Islamabad a tense battleground for 4 days straight. Close to 1,000 protesters have been arrested on multiple raids. The country's main opposition party, that's the PTI, says it will keep struggling for freedom, pledging it will not stop until former Prime Minister Imran Khan is freed from jail. Complaints of police brutality have surfaced. Sources of protesters, scores of protesters who reached the government district on Tuesday accused security forces of using, quote, brute force. The PTI has criticized the government over its heavy-handed measures, claiming at least 8 of its members were killed. Imran Khan has repeatedly urged his supporters to take to the streets demanding his release. But Pakistan's anti-terrorism court recently rejected his plea for bail in 8 cases, ruling out any chances of a release from jail for Mr. Khan anytime soon. In addition, police in Islamabad have filed 8 fresh cases against Mr. Khan and other PTI leaders in the wake of this week's protest clashes. And more, Hira Mustafa speaks to us live from Islamabad. Hira, we just heard Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif pledging that he will take strict measures to prevent protests like these in the future. But these were violent, these were more intense protests than usual. But in fact, PTI protests, we've had at least 4 in the last 4 months. And the Prime Minister has not been able to resolve them just yet. What more can he do to prevent further violence from future protests?
Well, absolutely. As you already mentioned, that the government is now resorting to seek no tolerance policy for the future protests or the public demonstrations here in the capital, Islamabad. And this announcement comes in light of the protests that were held by the jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan exactly here at the Democracy Square, where I am currently standing at. It was a battleground just a few days ago between the security forces and the protesters of Imran Khan. Now, Imran Khan's party leadership claims that thousands have been killed in these clashes, and which is being denied by the government. Just a couple of hours ago, there was a media briefing which was being held by the planning minister and the information minister, in which they told foreign media that these protesters were armed and they were ransacking the government buildings, and just the way they did on May 9th riots, which happened right after the arrest of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. So they had to use force to tackle these violent protesters who were aiming to promote chaos and unrest. However, this political analysts and experts say that we need to, the government and the opposition needs to sit down and to look forward a political solution, as this political instability is going on for months in Pakistan.
Well, thanks for that, Hira Mustafa, there from Islamabad.